All right, folks, so I want to show you what Corbett's doing there. He is cleaning off some of the things that he found, and actually there was some pretty cool stuff that was found here. I know he found some Civil War era items. He found the end of a Williams cleaner bullet and some camp lead. So if you look at this right here, this looks like just a piece of melted metal, but it's actually lead that has laid down in the bottom of a hole, and I'm going to try to make sure that we can get a better shade there. But if you look here, you find pieces of lead like this melted around holes, around campfires and stuff from the Civil War, because they used to sit around and make bullets, and sometimes they'd sit around and they'd carve bullets, and then sometimes to start a fire they would take their cartridge that had gunpowder in it and black powder, and they would just put the cartridge down the hole, and then they would strike it with a match and it would light, and you know, compression and pressure is what made those rounds go off. It wasn't just letting it on, you know, setting it on fire. So they'd started their fires like that. Really cool find here, and when you start finding these are very common around Civil War camps. Harmonica reeds, a part of a harmonica reed. We have found several of these in this area, so it's kind of exciting. May have been, you know, a long-term camp that was there, so that's what I suspect. Now this is probably the coolest find that you found out here, and when you look at it you think, oh well, it's nothing, you know, it's just looks like a piece of metal or a snap button or something. This is actually the bottom part of a Williams cleaner bullet. So a Williams cleaner bullet, if you remember, they were the old 3-ring bullet, and they had looked like a long rod that went up in the center of the bullet, and this was at the bottom, and this was designed to, when it was fired, it would clean the barrel as it came out. And I think every 5th or 6th round in the Union Army had one of these Williams cleaner bullets. The soldiers hated to fire them because they kicked a lot harder than the standard round, and you find them laying all over the place sometimes. This looks like it may have been fired, but the more I look at it, I think it was dropped. And again, my favorite, the square nails. Now, a lot of people look at those and think, wow, you know, that's not a big deal, but man, this was hand forged. Somebody hand forged this thing.
I'm good at finding nails.
Yeah. That's your nickname, man. The nailer. And another nice square nail. And some of these, you know, you find these all around Civil War, especially artillery camps, because they would build fortifications, and if you remember, everything was really muddy and nasty. So you'd find that. He found a piece of metal here, and I'm thinking that it is. And I think that it is a. I think it's the end of a horseshoe, possibly, or possibly something out of a blacksmith section. So it's kind of cool. And this is not very old, but it's got writing on it, and I'm going to let Perkins go look that up. It's Henley and James Limited sample iodex. So it looks like some sort of a chemical that was in there, and obviously we found a lot of these. You know, we found a lot of beer tabs and old pop cans, trash. That's part of it. You find that kind of stuff. Old electrical connectors from the 1920s. Piece of pottery, probably from early 1900s, I would estimate, just because of the color. And then some other pieces of metal. We call those ground turds. We don't know what they are until we clean them up and try to find out what they are. This actually looks like part of a handle. So if you look at this, so it could have been part of a handle. It could have went on anything. It could have went on a trunk, most likely. But it's old. It's all old stuff. But these items are definitely these items right here. Those are from the American Civil War, and I'm sure that you'll put those up someplace and for safekeeping. But that's campsite finds. That's typical campsite stuff. So you found some stuff from the American Civil War. It's kind of cool.
Even though they're nails.
Even though they're nails. All right. Take care, folks. We'll see you later.